Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Transfer portal season is a little bit crazy, boys. We're only one day into it, and this is going to kind of be a crazy video. This is going to take some weird twists and turns, but first and foremost, one day into this thing, are you guys surprised? A lack of movement from Tennessee. Elijah Herring, the only casualty so far, and yeah, we're only one day into it. We got a couple of weeks that these kids can enter the transfer portal. Every time I put one of these videos out, I ask you guys who's next. Who do you think is going into the portal? Is it going to be one of the wide receivers? Is it going to be one of the young offensive linemen? I'm just interested to hear your thoughts. Does it speak to the culture that Josh Heupel has created that Elijah Herring is the only casualty? I talked a lot yesterday about him going into the portal, what that means. Talked a lot about his brother, Caleb Herring. What happens with him? Does he look to go into the portal and kind of follow his brother, or does he stick it out and ride with Tennessee? If you missed that video, go back and give it a watch. But interesting thing last night, we're getting ready to go live to do a little NCAA. Man, what a blast. Had an absolute blast last night playing NCAA, DJ Boogie in the house, all kinds of fun on Tuesday nights. If you know, you know. But one of the things, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, I kind of think Tennessee needs to add a running back via the transfer portal. Last night, right after we go live, this pops up on Twitter. Breaking, Hayes Fawcett puts this out. Former Oregon State running back Damien Martinez has locked in 5 visits. Arizona, Mississippi State, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Miami. He is the top available player in the portal per On3. Now, we've talked a lot about Damien Martinez. Again, if you weren't aware, I think Tennessee needs to add a running back via the transfer portal. Now, in 2022, as a true freshman, Damien Martinez rushed for almost 1,000 yards, averaged 6.1 yards per carry, and 7 touchdowns. Last year, 2023, rushed for almost 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns. I've told you guys the reasons that I believe that Tennessee needs to add a running back via the transfer portal. I think you don't have enough proven depth there, and I get it, man. I understand you ride or dies. We're all the same, man. We all want Tennessee to succeed, but do you really believe that Khalifa Keith is that guy? I saw some crazy comparisons in the comments yesterday about Khalifa Keith. The guy averages 2 yards per carry on the career. He has 10 carries in college football, period. Deshaun Bishop doesn't have 1. He's never touched the football in college football. Now, I'm not saying they can't be good players. What I'm saying is they're not proven players. You add a guy like Damien Martinez, he is proven. We're going to get into this, man. It takes some weird twists and turns, so buckle up. We're going to get into it, but as always, need you guys to do me a couple of favors. Hit the thumbs up. That's quick, free, and easy. It helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're here every day, if you're what Kaner calls an everydayer, think about hitting that join button down below. You can support this channel for just $1 a month. You get custom Talkin VAWLS emojis, access to fan call-in shows, all kinds of fun perks and benefits, but we say all the time on this channel, it's for the fans, by the fans. It's also fan-funded. This does not work. I don't get to jump on here and create content every single day, talking college football all day, every day, without your support. So shout out to all the members of the channel. Think about hitting that join button down below, and I would appreciate it. Also, hit subscribe, click the bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Going to be live later tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Jamal Wallace is going to be in the house. Always a good time, man. Me and Coach Jay are going to try to shake things up and have some fun with Jamal tonight, so make sure you guys join us for that. Let's go to On3. Let's take a look at the article about Damien Martinez, Oregon State transfer running back. Damien Martinez sets 5 visits with 5 programs. This is from Nick Schultz over at On3. Says he set 5 visits, easy for me to say, with 5 schools. He told On3's Hayes Fawcett. He officially hit the portal Tuesday afternoon when the spring window opened. It goes on to say he's going to visit Arizona, Mississippi State, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Miami. A 2-time first-team All-Pac-12 selection and 2022 Conference Freshman of the Year. Martinez is the number 14 overall player in the On3 industry rankings. As of Tuesday, he was the top available player in the portal. Now, this is a conversation we have all the time, right? Top available player goes in the portal, position of need, drop the bag, go get him, go spend that NIL money on a running back. Now, you look at history. You look at what Josh Heupel has done at the University of Tennessee. You can look at his track record as a coach at UCF, as an offensive coordinator. The running backs are always going to have success in this offense. Is it because of the wide splits? Is it because of creating a numbers advantage in the box? Is it just Josh Heupel's offense? Is that why we have success? You go look at the orange and white game, we did not have success. We struggled to run the football. I get it. We got what Tim Banks calls the best defensive line in the country. We've got an offensive line unit that's banged up, a lot of twos out there. We struggled to run the football in the orange and white game. Is that a concern? Does that concern you, or is it, Boogie, it's just a spring game? Does not matter. But you go add a guy like Damien Martinez. It's like I say with the quarterbacks, and like I say with the wide receivers, 2022, number one scoring offense in the country. Hendon Hooker, Jalen Hyatt, Cedric Tillman. What happens when you add elite 5-star players into Josh Heupel's offense? How much better can it be? Yeah, you led the conference in rushing. Can you be better when you add elite talent like Damien Martinez? Goes on to say here, Martinez put up big numbers over the last 2 seasons at Oregon State, including an impressive 2023-2024 season. Ran for almost 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns as the Beavers went 8-5 overall, 5-4 in Pac-12 play. That came after a freshman season in which he totaled 982 yards and 7 rushing touchdowns. It goes on to talk a little bit about the On3 transfer portal account, Twitter account, yada, yada, yada. There was also some off-field news surrounding Martinez at the tail end of the 2023 season. In late November, he was arrested for suspicion of driving under the influence of intoxicants. Citation was also written for being a minor in possession of marijuana. Here's the quote from Martinez. I made a mistake. I am fine. I was fine. I'll be fine. So we talk about culture, right, and whether or not a guy is a fit. And, yeah, we talk about marijuana. I'd say there's a lot of college football players that smoke marijuana. Is that reason to say, let's go somewhere else? We don't need an elite running back because he made a mistake. He got arrested, cited for possession of marijuana. Is that a problem? Or do you just kind of push it to the back and say, hey, let's give this kid another opportunity? I know that's going to create some interesting debate in the comment section as well. But is he a culture problem? I don't know. Is he a culture fit? I think more importantly, does he stir up the chemistry of your running back room? That's what we continue to talk about. The article here goes on to say in early April, before college football's second transfer portal window opened, Pete Nakos reported Martinez plans to transfer from Oregon State, later announced those plans on social media. This is from Martinez himself. Some decisions are harder than others, and this is easily the hardest one I've made in my entire life. I want to thank every coach, fan, and Beaver Nation as a whole for your love and support. I can truly say I have given my all to Oregon State and appreciate everything OSU has given me. Now, you guys ready for the twist? You guys ready for the turn? You guys ready to get weird? Says here in the article, Martinez turned down a significant NIL deal. According to Pete Thamel, he reported Martinez was set to make $400,000 this season, but instead opted to hit the transfer portal and take his talents elsewhere. Now, we say all the time, we talk all the time on this channel when these kids take visits, when it's recruiting. We've seen it the last couple of years. Why are we getting down to that final hour? Tennessee's in a good spot. Tennessee's the leader. Tennessee's up front. Tennessee's at the top, and then they go elsewhere. Carnell Tate comes to mind. Francis Mauigoa. A lot of these guys, Tennessee gets to the final hour, and they're unable to close. Here's where the weird twist and turn comes. Even though Damien Martinez reported that he's going to be visiting Tennessee on April the 21st and 22nd, Austin Price over at VolQuest.com says there is no visit locked in. He is not coming to Tennessee. Tennessee has not scheduled a visit, so he sends this to Hayes Fawcett. Hayes Fawcett puts out the graphic. He's going to be visiting Miami, Mississippi State, Kentucky, Arizona. Is this all a play for NIL money? Because everybody knows what Spire Sports Group has done at Tennessee. Are they leveraging? We always say this and we speculate as fans. Are they leveraging Tennessee to go get more money elsewhere? Now we're seeing a case where a kid puts out that he's going to be visiting Tennessee, but that visit is not actually going to take place. You know, I said it in the video yesterday. Hubs over at VolQuest said, he's turning down a $400,000 deal at Oregon State. Tennessee's not going to pay $400,000 for a running back. And again, it goes back to Josh Heupel's offense. They're not going to overpay for a running back because I think whatever running back you get, as long as they're efficient, they're going to have success in this offense. But again, I'll double down and say, how much better can it be if you go add elite talent? But you also have to pay attention. Where are you going to spend your money? I've said it over and over and over, and I say this in good authority. I've heard this from people that are in the know. Tennessee wants to spend money on quarterbacks, offensive tackles, and edge rushers. And I think we've seen over the last few years with Josh Heupel at the the University of Tennessee, they have had success recruiting those positions for the most part. Hopefully they lock down some of those elite offensive tackles in the class of 2025. But what are your thoughts on this? An elite running back going to Twitter, putting out there that he's going to take a visit to Tennessee. That visit is not going to take place. It's all a leverage. It's all a game. It's all about the money. I know some of you guys hate the portal. You hate NIL, and this is going to give you more fuel to the fire. But I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Make sure you smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the merchandise, bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. That link is also in the description below. But that is going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.